Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Terrible print job. Anyway, this is Bruce Springsteen. This is Harry, and he's faded into the background. And this is Jon Stewart. I'm glad to see Jon Stewart out there doing stuff. He used to run The Daily Show, loved The Daily Show, and he just wanted to take like a month off or something. And so The Daily Show fired him. And they've had, I don't know, Trevor Noah and the English fellow with the black hair, just lots of different people, but never hired Jon Stewart back. So I'm glad to see Jon Stewart. So Harry's going to do this thing. The Remembrance Day is just absolutely blowing up in their face. Masks on, masks off, and I looked at that, and we have, okay, because of this Remembrance Day, a new poll has come out, and 97% of royal fans, and I haven't seen the poll, and I would like to see it, but 97% of royal fans felt that Harry and Meghan should have their titles stripped from them because they're runaway royals, and they're disrespectful. So the cards that I got on this, when I read, you know, is this a new low for Harry and Meghan? I got Jack of Hearts, 6 spades, and 2 hearts. 2 very positive cards and 1 negative card, the 6 spades. Well, Jack of Hearts is the angel, 2 of hearts is lovers, 6 spades is incubus succubus. So what that was saying, I interpreted that as their reputation is relatively undamaged. I'm going to revise that interpretation. Obviously, I'm going to stick with those cards, but 6 spades, 2 hearts, 6 spades, Jack of Hearts can be an angel, incubus, succubus. It's a virtue signal. It's a pure PR event. It looks like they're doing something good, but it's just pure selfishness because 6 spades is the card of pure selfishness. So the perception of this Remembrance Day thing that they did is just couldn't be worse. Another quote, there's a new book coming out. There's a new book. This book is by Sean Smith, and it's called Meghan Misunderstood. And he makes the statement, the UK lost Meghan Markle within a week of her wedding to Prince Harry. He says, my feeling when I wrote the book is, we lost Meghan within a week, actually. It was extraordinary. Here was a woman who went from being a human rights campaigner, okay, a very serious lady, to Prince Harry's hottie within a week. So perception, she married Harry, and she went from this very serious person, human rights campaigner, to Prince Harry's hottie within a week. I want to look at that because I wonder how seriously people take Meghan, because Meghan skates on everything. No matter what Meghan does, everything hurts Harry. Harry is damaged by everything Meghan does. Anything she does seems to just improve her image, and we're all like, oh, well, that's just Meghan. And then we say things like, what is Harry doing? Why isn't he respecting the royal family? Why isn't he doing this? He's disrespecting the Queen. Everything falls on Harry's shoulders. So I want to take a look at how does the public perceive Meghan, and is she just Prince Harry's hottie, and that's why she just gets away with everything? Because Meghan really gets away with everything. Samantha Markle has come out on Dan Wooten's show, Talk Radio. It's a blog. It's a podcast, Talk Radio, and she says she slams Meghan's gaudy and offensive Remembrance Day photo shoot. Now, I did a reading on that, and it showed that Meghan was just accompanying Harry. It was all about Harry, and Harry was doing this to make the royals look like they were being cruel. I really think that didn't work out. Okay, now the sugars, the really loyal Meghan and Harry fans, they are saying that the royals are cruel to Harry for this. But no one else is. I mean, 97%. So I want to look at that. Samantha Markle, where the hell is the book, Samantha? Okay, you said you were going to release this book at the birth of Archie. This is 18 months later. Did you break both your hands? I don't know. And she did have people stalking her and stuff, and she moved. And the final thing we have is, and I want to look at this, we have The Girl in the Mirror, okay, by the Lincoln Project. And boy, oh boy, that sure does sound like Meghan. And if that is Meghan, then that is a very clear, very direct attack on Trump. And the whole thing, The Girl in the Mirror, is about Trump being mean to women, okay? And he criticizes a top-level White House reporter, and he's not super kind to her. Well, that's called equality. If he's treating that top-level White House reporter just like he would treat any top-level White House reporter. And if he has an issue with her, he's going to say it, and he should. That's called equality. She shouldn't be treated like a little baby deer just because she's a woman. Okay, and then, so that was a direct pander to, right before the election, to women to vote against Trump. And if Meghan did that, and I think she did, so and it says the voiceover, people called in and asked, the voiceover actress in question wishes to remain anonymous. Will this voiceover actress be revealed as Meghan Markle? I want to look at that, because that's, you know, they were parsing their words and trying to be very careful and saying, oh, we're not Democrat or Republican. We didn't come out on one side in the election. Well, that Lincoln Project, that voiceover, that very clearly, most clearly comes out on one side, and that's a no-no. So let's look at this redemption thing. Okay, so Harry and Meghan did the Remembrance Day for England on another continent where there are no English soldiers buried, and it went over like a lead balloon. Well, November 11th came, our Veterans Day, 11/11, and Harry did, there was not a peep out of Meghan and Harry, but Harry's going to do this Stand Up for Heroes event. How's this going to go? Is it redemption for Harry? Are people going to be like, oh yeah, Harry's great, you know, or are they going to be like, you know, that's okay, but we still remember. We're not going to forget this silly Remembrance Day thing that you just did, and we don't like it. Because the reaction is 97% want their title stripped. Wow. So how's this Stand Up for Heroes going to go? And it features Bruce Springsteen, Sheryl Crow, Brad Paisley, Ray Romano, Tiffany Haddish, Jon Stewart. Big names. How's it going to go? Ooh, boy. 10 spades is concerning. All right, so on top we have 10 spades. They do realize that this Remembrance Day stunt that they pulled is a disaster. Wow, what a disaster. Okay, trying to get things back on track. Angel, virtue signal, Mother Earth. He wants to be connected to the military, 23, 26. And he's just going to keep doing, he's going to do everything he can to show, Harry wants to show his face, everything related to the military. Now look at who's out there. Okay, we got Jon Stewart, he's a big comedian. We got Bruce Springsteen, famous musician. We've got, who else we got? We've got Sheryl Crow, great musician. Brad Paisley, great musician. They have talents that they can provide. I love to hear Springsteen, love his stuff, love to hear Sheryl Crow, can't wait to hear that. Okay, then there's Ray Romano, Tiffany Haddish. They're funny people, they're comedians. Jon Stewart is a comedian. What is Harry offering? You know, I don't know. I'm not sure what he's going to say. He's not a comedian, he's not a musician, he's just a royal. He's throwing his royal stuff, and he's not so royal anymore. So he's just trying to show up wherever, you know, something about veterans is happening, and he's really not materially supporting the veterans anymore. He was going to do a big show for the Invictus Games, which was canceled because of the Netflix contract, and now the Invictus Games may go bankrupt. So he's really talking about doing it and doing it may be two different things. So they're trying to heal this disaster and keep moving, keep the train moving home. People closely associated with him, he wants to associate himself with the military and be a friend to the military. And a lot of military people have come out and criticized him. Mustard seed, four-leaf clover, opportunity to send a message, be a part of this military family. He's feeling kind of blocked. 2 hearts, 5 spades. He's feeling that the close relationship is blocked and damaged right now. So he wants to get back into their good graces. This has all been a disaster, and he really wants to get back in with the military. That's why he's doing this. So it doesn't say it's going to be a huge success. It says that that close relationship has been damaged and blocked, and the Remembrance Day thing that they did really damaged them and really messed up the relationship. So he's just trying to heal that. Doesn't say it's going to be a huge success. Let's just ask, you know, how's it going to go? Because that just gives a lot of description. Let's put it over here. Is it going to be a huge success for Harry? Is it going to be a huge success for Harry? Showing up on this Stand Up for Heroes. Is this a real positive step in the right direction for Harry? Stand up for Harry. No. Okay, no can mean no. Strength, 27, 7 diamonds, outside events. Okay, so permanent relationship, very strongly rooted, and he's out. Harry is very literally out of this. He's not royal. He's lost all, he's given up all of his military things. So he's just kind of out. He was forced to give up all these things. So it's kind of empty. It's not going to be a great deal for Harry. They're not going to say, oh, well, we love you, Harry, even though you're not a royal. He just simply doesn't have the royal shine anymore. Okay, so let's look at this Meghan Markle as a human rights campaigner, a very serious lady, or Prince Harry's hottie. You know, his new favorite, plaything, Meghan Markle. Okay, and it happened within 1 week. That's very interesting. And we just looked at her popularity ratings, -26. Harry is a 1. She's a -26, so people view her as a negative to the monarchy. So I'm personally wondering how Meghan gets away with everything, and maybe they just don't take her seriously. They take Harry seriously, and so he gets blamed for everything, but they just simply don't take Meghan seriously, so she just gets a pass on everything. She's just the la-di-da girl. She's Prince Harry's hottie. So how do people perceive Meghan? Is she a serious social rights campaigner, or is she just Prince Harry's hottie? Social rights campaigner, social justice campaigner, or Prince Harry's hottie? Because I think Meghan has the same energy as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And when she speaks, I get really upset because she holds a public office and she should be a really serious person. But she says the dumbest things. She's pushing for the Green New Deal, which would be absolutely a disaster. How can everyone not tear their clothes and rip their hair out and go screaming down the road when they hear that from someone who is a senator, okay, or a congressperson? How can they not do that? Well, they must not take her seriously. And I'm wondering if that's what's happening with Meghan. She says just the dumbest things, and everybody's like, oh, Meghan, she's like a 2-year-old child. We don't listen to her. You know, we just know she's talking about her feelings, and we don't. And that's how they treat Ocasio-Cortez, which is really, really strange, because she is someone who votes laws. She puts laws in. She can change the Constitution. She changes the direction of the country. You can't just go, ha, 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 she's just, oh, that Ocasio-Cortez, she's so funny. You can't do that. She's a very serious person, and you need to take her very seriously, and you can't treat her like she's not a serious person. So is Meghan Markle, is she a real social justice warrior? We take her really seriously? Or she's just a hottie? She's just Prince Harry's hottie, and she can say anything, and everybody's just like, oh, well, we don't take her very seriously. So, social justice campaigner, very solid, committed to this very solidly in the public sphere. 6 and 11, 17, 5 hearts, reacting to everything. Everything she does is a reaction. So, they do see her as a social justice warrior. This is the foundation of her public image. The foundation of Meghan's public image is as a social justice warrior. She's concerned about the oppressed. Okay, she's an oppressed woman, and she's an oppressed, you know, one drop of African blood woman, and she's very concerned about all the oppressed peoples, okay, and how many oppression points you have. Is she just Prince Harry's hottie? Incubus Succubus is the sexual card. It's just pure sex, so like a sex toy, manifesting very sexually, and Roses is flirtatious, 9 and 13, 22. So she very much is Prince Harry's hottie. Okay, people absolutely believe that she has lured and entranced and deceived and manipulated Harry very sexually, and by her beauty and her appearance. And a lot of people get upset when I call Meghan beautiful, but I think Harry views her as very beautiful, and I think a lot of the world views Meghan as just a very beautiful woman. And other people say, well, she had all this work done on her nose, and her hair's, that's not her natural hair, and but she is very much perceived as Prince Harry's hottie. Okay, that's the power she holds over Harry, is as a hottie, as a very sexually attractive woman who has Harry under her spell. So her public image is social justice warrior. Underneath, that's her foundation. But her power is controlling Harry as this hot woman. What do we have here? Executioner, an olive tree, cutting the tree at its roots, 13 and 6, 19, decision to cut. So this is all about Meghan. This is Meghan, this is Meghan, this is Meghan. So Meghan has cut down the olive tree. She's cut him away from his roots as a royal. So they view her very negatively as someone who has removed Harry from the royal family. So that's an interesting reading. That is her, social justice is her foundation, but her power is controlling Harry as Prince Harry's hottie, and it's resulted in taking him out of the royal family. Let's look at Samantha Markle. Where is the book, Samantha? Where is that book? Is she finally? She's promising a book finally. I think she said June. Did she say June? I don't even know. Gosh, she's maybe just a really lazy person. I mean, get it together, Samantha. I've written several books. I know what it takes to write a book. It's 18 months late. Okay, she had a year to write it, and then another 18 months. That's not somebody who writes a book. That's somebody who talks about writing a book, because this is a very undisciplined person who simply has not written this book. Now, I will say that most people can't really write a book because it takes a lot of discipline. You have to go at it every day, and you have to be very, very self-disciplined. And most people don't have the discipline to do that. And maybe Samantha doesn't have the discipline to do that. And people are going to cry and say, oh, she has health problems. Oh, where's my tissues? Okay. Everybody has life going on. You have to be disciplined. Hemingway used to get up at 5 a.m. every morning and write until noon. That was his discipline. He got up at 5 a.m. and wrote until noon, and then he went and and then he was Hemingway after that. He was on his boat, catching fish, getting in bar fights. You have to have discipline. So is the book finally going to come out? Is it finally going to come out? What's the deal? Is it finally going to come out? Samantha, is the book finally going to come out? Devil. Look at that. All right, Sun. Sun reveals all, talking about revealing everything, and then Devil. Devil is stuck, it's delayed, it's lying, it's malicious, it's lying. 11 and 4, 15, 4 clubs. Opportunity, active, very active card, very opportunity, taking advantage of opportunity. Devil. So lying about revealing this book. What do we have underneath? Or it's just really, really stuck, really, really, really delayed. She's been under attack. What do we have underneath? Maybe I'll ask, has she been under attack? Okay, so process, step by step, hand in hand, karmic relationship for all the people, a lot of people involved in the karmic relationship. Outside events, talking about outside events, step by step. These are very positive cards underneath. Okay, we see a process. She's writing the book. Okay, despite all the delays, despite all the confusion and excuses and not publishing it, she is writing this book. Okay, now another thing Samantha can do, if Samantha simply lacks the discipline to write this book, which unfortunately most people lack the discipline to actually write a book. It's very difficult to write a book. Okay, and whenever I'm going to finish a book, there comes the part where I've put down everything I want in writing, and I'm trying to finish it. I'm trying to figure out, well, what do I want my ending to be? And I literally just end up like praying to God and throwing myself on the ground for a couple of days, trying to figure out how do I finish this book. And then it comes to me and I finish it. So it's a very difficult process. It's like birth, okay? I'm not a woman, but it's like giving birth. I mean, it takes a really long time, and it's really hard, and at the end, you're just so sick of it, you just want it to be over. And then you publish the book, and it's over. So she is writing it. A lot of people are involved. There's outside events. All right. What is this devil? Did they threaten her? Is this just a huge delay? What is this devil here? Why is there a devil showing? Because obviously something's going on with Samantha. She moved, she came back, you know, she was being threatened, she was being harassed, they were tapping her phones. What is this devil? All right, so what is this devil? 10 hearts, the cup overflowing is the card of emotion, straight razors, issues, problems, and broken chalice. 3, 13, 4 hearts. She had problems in her family. She had emotional problems. Separation. She had issues in her family, very emotional issues in her family, which completely put a stop. She lacks discipline, okay, but she had other things going on that needed her attention, which delayed this book for 18 months. Crazy, okay? I don't see her being threatened. I see life just caught up to her, and she kind of dropped everything and paid attention to the people close to her, which maybe that's not a bad thing. We have to do that sometime. Okay, so we have this Lincoln Project, The Girl in the Mirror, which is very partisan right before the election, and absolute no, 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 you can't do that as a royal. Is it going to be revealed that Meghan was the voiceover actress? Even though they made a statement, the voiceover actress in question wishes to remain anonymous. Yeah, you better remain anonymous. But I don't see there's any way for you to remain anonymous, Meghan. Will she be revealed? So we have all 4 8s. 8, 8, 8, and 8. All 4 8s. 8s are everything. Is Meghan going to be revealed as the voiceover artist? Because she better keep this a secret. But you know what? The MI5, the MI6, they can go and find out. They will go and find out. The royal family will know if that was Meghan. I would also see them as not necessarily revealing that to the world, but they should know. They'll find out. So, world, scapegoat, cast out. Big change, cast out of the world. Is she going to be revealed? This is the card of blame. Big change, blamed in front of the whole world. Big change, blamed in front of the whole world. 16, 4 spades. This secret is going to be exposed, and she's going to get the blame for it. I think she will be exposed very publicly to the whole world. Okay, 4 spades is a secrets card. Dead bodies in the box. How did I cut my finger there? I don't know. What's underneath? Official. This can also be a radio tower. This is a voiceover. It's just the voice, okay, in the high tower, like a radio tower. Crossroads, water into wine, cornucopia, and 10 diamonds. The royal family and everything, very official. Decisions to transform this. Ooh, wow. Decisions to transform this very officially with the money in the royal family. Wow. Underneath, this is showing this revelation, her being revealed as this person who came out in a very partisan way against Donald Trump and for Joe Biden in this Lincoln Project, and it's called The Girl in the Mirror. This is going to, the reaction is going to be a very... This looks like them taking away the titles and the money. That's what I'm saying. This looks like the royal family, as a result of this revelation, is going to create a huge change. The revelation of this secret, she's going to get the blame, and they're going to take away the titles and the money. Wow. So, possibly taking away the titles and the money. All right. We covered a lot of ground today. Let's take a look at this. Let's review. Okay. Harry doing this thing with Jon Stewart, all these famous, it's a variety show. Famous musicians, famous comedians, great lineup, lots of variety, lots of fun, you know, funny people, gonna be great. Okay, how's it gonna go for Harry? Well, this is Harry's shot at redemption. Okay, he wants to be an angel, he's just gonna keep working it, but it's bad right now. And so I asked, this was not clear, he's just trying to get back in. He wants to be directly associated with the military. He realizes how important that was, and he's really trying to be associated, and what a disaster. And he just, the close relationship is blocked for him. Is this going to pan out for him? No. No, because structurally, the spine of this, he's not really someone who's helping the Invictus Games anymore. He founded, it's like Harvey Weinstein running the Harvey Weinstein Company. It's not that bad, but they kicked Harvey Weinstein out of his own company that he founded. And it's named the Harvey Weinstein Company. And they probably renamed it after they kicked him out. So this is, Harry founded the Invictus Games, and now he's been kicked out. He's no longer, he doesn't hold those titles. He doesn't have the power. He's not supporting them financially. He's not a mover and shaker. He's not running the organization anymore. He's sold out, and now he works for Netflix. Oh, for goodness sake, man. Pull yourself together. All right, so Meghan Markle is Is she a serious social justice, human rights campaigner, social justice warrior, or is she Prince Harry's hottie? She's both. The public believes that she's very clearly controlling Harry through her feminine wiles. Okay, but underneath, she has this, her public persona is she's very concerned about social justice, but this has resulted in cutting Harry off from his family. So she's actually both. I think people don't like how she's doing it, that she's doing it all by, she's a strong and independent woman, okay, but all her power comes from Harry, all her money comes from Harry, and she's manipulating Harry as a puppet, and without this puppet, she's nobody. Okay, so it's a big game of contradictions. And people don't like that. If she's going to be powerful on her own, she needs to be powerful on her own. And that, I think, is what she's trying to do. She's trying to get the things that she needs so she can be powerful without Harry. And as soon as she is, she's going to dump Harry. I don't think she'll ever be as powerful alone as with Harry. So Samantha Markle, she's finally writing this book. Oh, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, here's the devil. It's a huge delay. It's either she was threatened, someone attacked her. She was attacked. There were threats against her. Big problems. Okay, so what was it? Well, there were issues in her family. I think her life got turned upside down, and she had a lot of emotional issues with the people close to her. But she is writing this frickin' book, finally. Okay, so we don't have to lock her in a room at this point. All right, the Lincoln Project. Is Meghan going to be revealed as this person? I say yes. Okay, this is the card of blame to the whole world. Big change, and those secrets are going to come out, and this is going to spur a reaction from the royal family. And that reaction could even be taking away the money and the titles. It's going to spur a big reaction. And we've got March coming up, folks, and I think they're definitely going to readjust the money big time, and they're definitely going to make some strong statements about you can't say you're HRH anymore. Cut it out, okay? That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.